favorite television show growing up? How about your favorite book or video game? Looking back, did those things teach you kindness, or was the lesson a little less savory? Today, I'd like to talk about pro-social media and how it's positively affecting kids. I'm currently studying psychology, and I've been a nanny for the past 2 years for 2 separate families. After conducting even further research, I would like to discuss 3 main points today. First, I'd like to talk about what pro-social media is. Second, I'd like to discuss what counts as pro-social media. And third, I'd like to acknowledge the impact that pro-social media is having on kids today. First, let's discuss what pro-social media is. In his article, Effects of Pro-Social Media on Behavioral Science, written for the Association of Psychological Science, Professor Tobias Geitmeier from the University of Innsbruck states that pro-social media can be any form of media that increases the accessibility of pro-social thoughts, empathy, and helping behavior, while decreasing aggression and aggression-related cognition and effect. In other words, pro-social media can come in a lot of different forms, but the one common denominator is that it's going to encourage good behavior in kids and adults alike. Now that you know what pro-social media is, you might be wondering, what counts? Oftentimes, the most pro-social media will be children's shows, but not all children's shows will be pro-social. As I mentioned before, I am a nanny. One of my families that I sit for has 2 little girls, and they love 2 very different television shows, Sesame Street and Hannah Montana. I've noticed that after the girls watch Sesame Street, they're more likely to show empathy, to share their toys, to be kind. They are mirroring the behaviors that they have just seen on that show. In contrast, after they watch Hannah Montana, the girls will oftentimes be disrespectful, as being disrespectful to authority figures is shown as normal and even cool on the show. In this example, Sesame Street would be the pro-social program. Other examples of pro-social children's shows would include Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or Barney and Friends. Now that I've discussed what pro-social media is and what counts as pro-social, I would like to acknowledge the positive effects to having kids watch pro-social programs. The benefits can go even beyond increased empathy and kindness. According to the Washington Post, after Sesame Street began airing in 1969, children living in places where the broadcast could be more readily received saw a 14% decline in their likelihood of being behind in school compared to children who did not have access to the show. In conclusion, I first talked about what pro-social media is, second, what counts as pro-social media, and third, the benefits of showing kids pro-social programs. To end with a quote from Elmo, who is from Sesame Street, "It is important to be kind, because if you're kind to someone, they'll be kind to someone else, and it goes on and on. Thank you."